episode of Voices of Inclusive Podcast. I am your host, Dr. Ren, founder of Diverse Research Now. And today you will hear the voice of Ricky Ricardo Villa, owner of Casa Sur Hacienda. Casa Sur is a retreat and event venue in Chula Vista, California. And Ricky has been so helpful with translating and interpreting for Diverse Research Now for the Hispanic community. And so we just want to share today how important this work is and how important it is to make sure everyone is being communicated to properly, right, in their language. So thank you so much for being here, Ricky. How are you doing today?
Good, pretty good, thank you.
Good. Tell the community who you are and why you do what you do, the important work you do.
Yes, so my name is Ricky Ricardo. I own Casa Sur Hacienda, which is an event, retreat, and community center here in the San Diego South Bay. And I work with nonprofits, with the Chamber of Commerce, Rotary clubs, associations, to bring together the community to co-create, to come and be part of the solution versus the problem.
Exactly.
And, support entrepreneurs, support all our community business owners as well, to really increase the level of their wealth, their well-being, and their mental health, their social, emotional, and their sense of connection and belonging.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So tell me, I know that this might be something different that you do, like helping us to do translations and interpretation, but tell us why you agreed to do this, why it's important to you that we do this translations and interpreting at our events.
Yeah. Part of my life purpose is to support people that they are making an impact in the socially talking, So the work that Diverse Research Now is doing is really educating people and really rebuilding that trust that it was lost at some point with the pharma industry. So the fact that it's a non-for-profit, that they are really interested to bridge and have that connection with the community is really inspiring. I have a master's degree in bilingual education, and this allows me to really not just translate, but also adapt the knowledge into our beliefs as a Latino community.
Yes.
So we are in alignment with the mission that Diverse Research Now has in terms of increase the well-being of our community.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's why we work well together. We've done how many events now? A few, maybe 4 or 5 different events where we talked about brain health. And today we talked about lupus. We didn't have anyone that spoke Spanish here today, but what have you learned? Is there anything you've learned from the Latin community while you have been sitting in our events? How helpful is that?
Yeah, I think the first takeaway that I notice is that the Latino community are becoming more proactive to have prevention versus correction. So all the information that we have been receiving from research now is preventing. So there are things that they can be prevented. The second takeaway and highlight is that our eating habits, our lifestyle, the African American and the Latino and some of the Asian communities as well. Sometimes we don't have proper lifestyle with a balance of mental health, emotional health, spiritual health. So we kind of abuse until the body tells us, hey, something is wrong. So that awareness of change our lifestyle and what are the benefits of having a healthier lifestyle.
Yeah. I am so appreciative to you for the work that you're doing. We have so many more events coming up, and Ricky is going to be here, helping the Latin community or Latino community in this area of understanding. Another thing that I wanted to bring up is in the pharma world, some of them complain at times that it's hard for them to get the Spanish translations of the consents.
Yeah.
This seems to be an issue and a barrier for a lot of pharma companies. Can you imagine why that might be? Is it expensive to translate these documents? Do you think that This is a barrier that
Yeah.
we're hearing at the sites, that a lot of times they're not getting the Spanish translations.
Yeah, so with AI, translation can be done
Okay.
immediately.
Okay.
However, what AI doesn't take in consideration is the background knowledge of the people.
Right.
So some of the background knowledge has to be built into education, into foundation. So some of the things that these documents they lack in the translation is the terms, the concept, the social construction. So those social constructions we don't have it sometimes in Mexico and Latin America. So coming to the States is completely different.
Okay.
Or even if you are dealing with first Latino generations, the parents they still influencing the decisions of the new generation. So we need to work with the leadership. We need to work with the parents, and we need to continue educating our new bilingual generation.
Okay. Now, I've heard that in the Latino community, you have, okay, everyone could speak Spanish, and you have these different understanding of different words and different things like that. So, like you said, it's important to understand the background of the community so you know how to properly translate. So, for example, our community here in San Diego, we have a lot of Mexican,
Yes.
Latino people living here because we're right here next to Mexico.
Yeah.
So I know that we work hard to make sure our translations are considering that background.
Yes.
And so tell me how important that is when you're trying to like relate to a community or trying to get the attention of the community, because could that be a barrier? Like say you translated a document in Mexican, it's usually like for Mexican Latino people, but then you have someone from like Argentina or something. How different is that? How can we consider?
Yeah. So what we're talking about two different things.
Okay.
It's like what the connotation or the denotation of a word. So one word can have different connotation based on where you're coming from. You're coming from Colombia, you're coming from the Dominican Republic. So I think what is important is to elaborate about the term from a scientific point of view. Is in education we call tier 3, which is technical terminology. So when you are talking in tier 3 level, it's important to elaborate what that means. And also tapping into tier 3 level allows less misinterpretation, less like local understanding or beliefs of the idiosyncrasy. So that is important. And the other thing is that the pharma industry, the research clinic, as you are doing, as your organization is doing, they are laying the foundation and the concept and the whole background knowledge that it has to be explained to people so they have a better understanding and there is less space for miscommunication and misinterpretation.
Yep. So the takeaway from this conversation is translations and interpretations of different languages are so important in the space of, as we're trying to get more different diverse communities involved in research, it's going to be important that we communicate to them properly in their language. And so that means getting those Spanish translations to the sites. That means having a translator at the events. And yes, we have other languages that we should probably consider, but Spanish is a big one for our country. So we want to at least accommodate for our Latino community, and because we want to make sure they're included. That is what we will continue to do, and we encourage Pharma to continue to do that. Are you open to helping with translations with other organizations, or even helping with like translations of documents, Ricky?
Yeah, totally. Everything that is related to the well-being of the community, to their development of their social emotional wellness. I mean, because I believe that with the right education, right explanation, people they can understand and have educated decisions.
Yep. And that's what it's all about. Like, that's what we want to do. We want to inform people so they can make informed decisions, educated decisions. So Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate the conversation. I appreciate your voice in this. I appreciate your help in this space.
Thank you. I just want to say thank you to Diverse Research Now, the work that you guys are doing, and please follow us, make a comment, be proactive because try to be part of the solution, not the problem. And we would love to hear your comments, your suggestions, and things that we can support your progress.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ricky.
Thank you.
All right.